മാതാമൃതാനന്ദമയി ദേവിയുടെ ജന്മദിനവുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട ആശ്രമത്തിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ മാനസപൂജ നടക്കുകയാണ് തത്സമയം.
For instance, the coronavirus pandemic started in China, but soon spread to all parts of the world. We also have wars, ongoing wars, and maybe wars in the past, and they are happening today as well. It's happening in so many places, but the whole world is affected in one way or other by these conflicts. There is a return to everything in creation, an undeniable relationship between the entire creation and every living creature within it. The universe is like a vast interconnected network. Suppose there is a net, if it is shaken in one place, the vibration is felt throughout. Similarly, whether we are aware of it or not, all our actions reverberate throughout creation, whether performed as an individual or as a group. We are not individual islands, but links of a common chain. If we wait for others to change, nothing will ever happen. We should try to change first, then others will follow our example. Every emotion evokes vibrations. The vibrations of anger, lust and hatred are different from the vibrations of love, compassion and motherly affection. For example, when we listen to a devotional song or a spiritual song, our higher emotions will be awakened. On the contrary, if we happen to listen a worldly song, a movie song, then our lower emotions will be triggered. So that's the difference between listening or being in a spiritual atmosphere or in a worldly atmosphere. Being in a place filled with positive vibrations is like visiting a perfume factory. When we come out of it, we can feel the fragrance of the perfume on our clothes. Being in a place filled with the negative vibrations, on the contrary, is like visiting a charcoal factory. However carefully, maybe there will be some stains of charcoal on our clothes. So let us try to evoke positive emotions in us and contribute positive vibrations to the world. Surrendering to God is the only way to reduce our mental tension and gain peace of mind. Says that we need, once we surrender unto God, God will look after everything. We need not bear the burden of our problems and sorrows once they have been offered to God, because God will bear our burden. We may not be able to live without tension. It is something that is available in plenty and that too totally free of cost. So we just get as much as we can and add them to our life. Once a man was standing in a train with his suitcase on his head, crying loudly. Seeing him crying, another passenger asked, "What is wrong? Why are you crying?" The man replied, "This suitcase is too heavy, I cannot carry it." So the passenger replied, "Then just put it down." And the first man said, "How can I put it down? I only have a ticket for myself. I did not buy a ticket for my suitcase." The poor man in the story does not know that whether he puts the suitcase down or not, it is the train that actually carries the weight. In a like manner, instead of constantly bearing the burden of all our sufferings, like the man in the story, we should develop an attitude of surrender towards God, which is the best way to lessen all our suffering. In reality, just like any other decision, happiness is also a decision. It is a firm conviction or decision that anything come my way, I will be happy, I will be courageous, I am not alone. God is always with me. Self-confidence is like a booster rocket. It helps us break free from the bondage of the mind and allows us to soar to the heights of spirituality. Even if our car's fuel tank is full, the vehicle will not start if the battery is not charged. Similarly, only if we have self-confidence can we move forward in life. In order to awaken our inner abilities, we need to develop self-confidence or faith in God or the Sadguru. For instance, two children get into the shallow end of the swimming pool. One child courageously started swimming, but the other child immediately started screaming and drowning. and it practically tried to grab onto something. The other child's mother, who was watching the two children, pulled him out and dried him. After he calmed down, she asked, "This part of the pool is not too deep at all. Why did you get so scared?" The boy replied, "I was afraid that I would drown. There would be nobody to help me. So I couldn't keep afloat." The mother then asked her child, "Aren't you scared like your friend?" "No," said the boy, "because I know that you are nearby and you will always be there to save me if something bad happens. So I'm not afraid of anything." Both children had the will and skill to swim, but the first child lost his self-confidence due to fear, whereas the second child was able to swim because of the self-confidence that his mother is always there to save him. When we develop the awareness that God is always with us to guide us and protect us, then we will be able to develop courage and self-confidence. I must say, a mother's love, a mother bears so much out of love for her child. During pregnancy, so many women have months of vomiting. Some need bed rest for their entire pregnancy. They cannot turn from this side to that side. Labor pain is severe because of the love the mother feels for a child. She is able to bear all this with a smile. Then after the child is born, out of love, she tolerates all the stubbornness and arrogance of a child. When we get love, we are able to awaken the power to forgive, forget, and tolerate anything. I must say the beginning and end of life is love. This human life is meant to be born in love, to live in love, and to eventually end in love. In truth, there is no end in love. Love connects every being in creation, whether humans or animals. It is the power of love that binds a child to its mother and a mother to her child. Unfortunately today, even though most of us spend our entire life in search of love, we typically die without ever finding it. In reality, the feeling that is the closest to our true self is love. It is our true nature. By true nature, Amma means that which cannot be changed. It may be temporarily hidden from us, but it can never be destroyed. No one can ever destroy its effulgence.